You won't believe what happened when a rich businessman mocked a struggling father in court. But the judge's next words silenced everyone. Jacob Miller was a mechanic in his mid-40s. His hands were always covered in grease, his eyes tired but kind. He worked late nights just to pay rent and buy medicine for his sick son. One morning, his landlord, Mr. Bradford, a wealthy businessman in his 50s with slicked back, hair and a smug smile, walked into the workshop. Bradford sneered. "Still fixing junk? Maybe if you worked faster, you wouldn't be late on rent again." Jacob wiped his hands on a rag, trying to stay calm. "Sir, my son's been in and out of the hospital. I'll have your payment by Friday." Bradford laughed coldly. "Maybe your son should learn to breathe cheaper." The whole shop went silent. Jacob didn't say a word. He just looked down and whispered, "God, give me strength." A week later, Jacob was served an eviction notice. But instead of begging, he showed up in court, alone, nervous, but standing tall. Mr. Bradford strutted in with his expensive lawyer. He smirked at Jacob like the outcome was already written. The judge, a gray-haired man in his 60s with a calm but powerful presence, looked through the papers and asked, "Mr. Miller, you've been renting for 6 years with no prior issues." "Yes, Your Honor," Jacob said quietly. "I've always paid. Just had a tough month because of my son's hospital bills." Bradford cut in loudly. "He's lying! People like him never take responsibility." The judge paused, then removed his glasses. His tone shifted, firm, emotional. "Mr. Bradford, may I ask, did your father ever struggle?" Bradford blinked, confused. "What does that have to do with this?" The judge's voice deepened. "Because mine did. He worked long nights so I could stand here today. And if he were alive, I'd tell him that men like Mr. Miller, men who keep going for their families, deserve respect, not humiliation." The courtroom fell silent. Bradford's smirk disappeared. The judge ruled that Jacob could stay and fined Bradford for harassment. Outside the courthouse, Jacob looked up at the sky, whispering, "Thanks, Dad. I did it the right way." If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, because respect should never depend on money.